Many of us are in a hurry to get off to work early in the morning, and we forget to shut lights off that we've left on the back porch or the front porch. Or we come in late at night and we find that the entire house is dark because we don't have any lights on when we get home. And there's a way to resolve this issue so we don't even have to think about it. We can install an automatic timer switch that will turn the lights on and off at a time that we determine automatically. And I'll show you the timer switch that I have used. Okay guys, this is the timer I'm going to put in. I've used this timer, not this particular one, but this style on several other houses, and these things work great. I've had one installed for over 2 years in one house and another installed for over a year in another house, and I've never had a problem with these. Okay, and these are, I'm going to just show you a quick look at the unit itself. Sorry about the lighting, jeez. I'm not a photographer here, but if I can get that focused out, there you go. It's made by Unitech. Let me open that up, and there's little buttons for programming it. All right, and it's made by Unitech, and it is a model number on their carton. It says 0141224. That's 0141224. They run about 20 bucks. Okay, and basically I give you a little wiring diagram here, and basically you take the green and you hook it up to your ground. You take your white, you hook it up to your neutral bundle inside your electrical box where your switch is at. You take your black, you hook it up to the hot, and then you take your red and you hook that up to the black wire, which comes from your light to your light switch. Okay, I'm going to zoom this out for a second here, and so there you go. That's it. It's real simple to install. Again, you guys, if you're not comfortable working electrical, then I suggest you might want to get an electrician. These units cost about 20 bucks. Okay, when you get the package, here's what it looks like in the store. Let me just get you a better view of it. All right, as you can see, I took it out of the box already. All right, it comes with all the instructions and everything that you're going to need. Tells you how to program it and everything. And like I said, I'm very happy with these. I have used these for a couple of years at a couple of different properties. So let's go ahead and proceed with the installation. To start off, what we need to do is, here's the switch that controls the outside light. Obviously, you can see we've got several other switches here. So the first thing we want to do is shut off the power to this circuit. A couple of ways to do that. First of all, I'm going to leave the switch on, verify that the light is on outside, and then go downstairs and find the control circuit breaker that controls this circuit. All right? And once that's done, I'm going to remove the cover plate with all these screws, take all these out, and then I've got a little device here that checks to make sure there's no power in there. You can buy these at your local box stores. This just happens to be one brand. I've had a couple of different brands. This just happened to be one that I picked up while I was at the orange box store. So basically what you got to do, turn that on, and I'll show you how to use it, and you just run that across your wires. If this thing starts beeping and flashing red, you know you've got power still in there. So let's go ahead and see if we can shut down that breaker. Alright, I just want to verify that we do not have the light switch energized. I shut off the breaker downstairs. I just want to verify that that switch is actually de-energized. And the first thing I'm going to do is look at the light. The light is out. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this cover plate, and I'm going to take my handy little voltage detector and make sure, or current detector, and make sure that we don't have any power inside this box that houses all four of these switches. I don't want to rub up against something and get shocked. So we're going to go ahead and remove the cover plate and go from there. Okay, as you can see, we have removed the wall plate, cover plate here, and I'm going to take my little handy tool and confirm that we have no power on inside the switch box, just to make sure. Now, sometimes you'll get a little bit of a click, but you just go back to it and verify it, and you'll see that we don't have any red flashing and we don't have any beeping. So I'm assuming that we're going to be okay with no power there. So at this point, what I'm going to do is remove this switch right here and install our wall timer. Okay? So once I get this out and removed, I'll show you the wiring. We'll go from there. Pull the switch out of the wall. Again, verify you don't have any power through here. As you can see, this usually is the hot. This line, a black line, going out of the switch goes to your light fixture outside. And in here we have a grounding wire. So we're going to disconnect these guys. Then I'm going to turn power back on and just verify that this in fact is the hot wire. Sometimes an electrician might wire it reverse, but I want to make sure I get the correct hot wire coming from the panel in order to get my new wall timer to work properly. You'll see that in the instructions. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this switch. It's real easy. All you got to do is a couple of screws here, pull those off, remove the grounding screw, you're good to go. And I'm going to go ahead and take this off, and we're going to test that to make sure that is in fact the hot wire. Alright, I have gone down to the basement, turned that circuit breaker back on. At this point I want to verify which of these two blacks is the hot wire coming in to feed the light. And we got our handy tool, and normally it would be this guy, but we're not getting any action. We are getting action down here. So what's happening is this is your hot wire coming into this switch. So we need to keep that in mind. Remember, these are hot. Don't let them touch anything or touch you. It's 120 volts. So at this point, I'm going to run back downstairs, shut the breaker off, and I'm going to mark this so that I know that that is the black wire. That's the hot that's going to be feeding my new wall switch or wall timer. Okay, here we go.